How do you deal with rejection when you keep having to see that guy over and over again? What do you do if you've already given the guy that you're seeing all the boyfriend benefits and you've realised that you've gone too far and now you want to pull things back? How do you balance the decision between the guy with chemistry on a physical basis and the guy who seems like he could have more compatibility? And should you send him a birthday message even if he's pulled away? Welcome to Ask Mark, week number 55.
55.
She's back.
That's
Jermia
me.
is back. It's great to have you here. Thank you for
you.
joining us. And we are again in Los Angeles. Thank you for joining us here in this beautiful city. We have the most amazing little place here.
We love it here.
First question, let's get straight into it. Hey, join the Facebook group. Jermia is on there. First question is from Jackie, and it kind of relates to a question from Lola, so we'll put them both up. Jackie says, how do you deal with being rejected when you still have to see that person every week? Is there a way to take the awkwardness out of it? And Lola's question is, hi Mark, how do you get someone out of your head and avoid falling for him when you like him and see him almost every day? Should I avoid making eye contact and ignore him completely? He is not investing in me and he's playing hot and cold. I see him every day because he goes to my gym. Two great questions along very similar lines. Jermia, we had a chat about this. Do you want to kick off
You betcha.
this one?
So I feel with these situations, what you want to do is kind of take a little step back and kind of assess yourself and really, really look at what you think your very best self would do. So when you're feeling the most confident, the most positive, the most kind of strong and motivated in yourself, how do you think that that person would deal with the situation? And I have a pretty kind of firm feeling that you wouldn't still be cowering and feeling awkward and avoiding eye contact and kind of running away from the situation. I feel like, generally speaking, you're going to want to stand up, address the situation, and just kind of deal with it. Like, you don't have to keep feeding the awkward situation.
Awkwardness is very much a frame. And if the guy's rejected you, which Jackie, this is particularly what I'm reading with your question here, then rejecting someone isn't fun. Like, he's not going to want things to be awkward either. You can't control his frame, but you can control yours. Okay, put yourself in his position. If you've just rejected someone, you would still want that person, like if anything, you want that person to not hate you and to be normal around you. So just be normal around him. Honestly, he can be awkward, but you can say hi, you can be friendly. You don't have to be weird about this. This is all up here, I promise you. You can be normal here, not act normal, but you can be normal here because it's normal. There's nothing to be ashamed of here. You put yourself out there and you should be proud of it.
Yeah.
Don't go cowering in this. He doesn't want you to. You don't need to. And you can change your frame, and I think he's going to follow you when you do.
Absolutely.
On to the gym question. We talked a few weeks ago, Ask Mark number 49. Look it up. I'll put a link in the description. Check if you do have to be around the person at the time, because we put ourselves through so much torture around exes or previous loves when
We don't
frankly,
need to.
we don't need to, man. If I was being around an ex in a certain area and I didn't have to be there, I wouldn't. Now, if that's notwithstanding, if you have to be around him, apply Jermia's advice from before. Again, what would my best self here? Ask yourself, Lola. Would my best self avoid eye contact
and run away and not deal
completely
with it? Or would she just kind of casually walk past? If she happened to catch eye contact, just give a quick like, hey, how you doing? And continue on your way.
Do your thing.
Easy as.
Keep working out at the gym. Just keep being a bigger, stronger, better, happier you.
Yep, absolutely. That's all you have to do. Just focus on
Power
yourself.
through. And it's not a negative for him. Second question is from Kathleen, and Kathleen says, you're awesome. Thank you, Kathleen. She says, what if you've already given him boyfriend benefits for too long without being in a relationship and not having gone on any dates? Is there still a chance? Can you stop doing those things and still possibly change the situation, inspiring him to want to be with you? So, Jermia.
I think in this situation, the best kind of next step that you need to take is to have a conversation with him, open up the dialogue, kind of sit him down, just be like, cool, I feel like I'm giving a lot in this kind of situation, I need to figure out where you're at. Like, just really open up and just see where he is. You know, you don't have to pressure him at all. Don't be like, look, I'm like giving you everything, like why aren't you giving me back? You don't have to do that, not at all. You just have to kind of, like, we have a video on that, is like how to get him to commit. Just have a look at that video. Can we put the link in the description as well?
This comment was actually from that video.
Oh, well, there you go, perfect.
I'll put the link in.
Yeah. What was I saying?
We talk about the boyfriend benefits in that video, and we talk about sex on tap, excitement, exclusivity, and love. You're basically saying, hey, I'm giving this excitement, I'm bringing this energy to your life, I'm bringing this love in the forms of support and companionship, and I'm not feeling like I'm getting that back. You assess where he's at, and then I'd add in addition to that great advice, have a conversation as well about where he's at with exclusivity. And say, hey, I want to be on the same page, are you still seeing other women? Now, if he is, and he hasn't told you otherwise, then he's allowed to do that.
Yep.
But that's a downgrade. That's essentially, if he's doing that, you say, okay, I want us to be on the same page, and you're essentially communicating, you're withdrawing the certainty that he has that you're not seeing other guys. It's not necessarily that, hey, I'm going to go on another date tomorrow or going to go have sex with someone, but it's saying you can no longer be certain that I won't be because I don't get that certainty with you, and this is a reciprocal relationship.
Yeah, exactly. No one's on a pedestal. It's a very even keel.
Yeah. Next question is from Edith, who's in the Facebook group, which you should join. Jermia, as I said, is in there, coaching one-on-one in there, leaving comments. Brett, my master coach, is in there as well. He's doing a fantastic job. Edith says, hey ladies, I'm dating again and have been seeing 2 guys. One which I see every week for almost 6 weeks now, but it's more physical in nature. Still, we're very open, can talk about all sorts of stuff. The other guy is more patient. I've seen him 3 times and we can talk for hours. Thing is, physically, he's not normally the guy I would go for, but I wanted to see if there was a connection. We get along great and he is fun, but when he kissed me for the first time, I was like, well, not great. And now I'm doubting. What would you do? I know he likes me, he has asked me to go to dinner, I said yes, but now I catch myself doubting if I really want to. Advice.
Go on the date. Just see how it goes. You know, there's every chance that because you guys have already been speaking for such a long time and he hadn't made that first move, that he was, you know, a little bit shy and worked up and worried and had to work up the courage and didn't really give you the best kiss, that experience that, you know, you could have had together. So don't judge everything just on this very first kiss. If, you know, you've said in here that it wasn't great. So if it was still good, that's good. But that said, if you could very well be comparing this one kiss from this guy to the, you know, 6 odd weeks
sex
with this other guy. That 6 weeks of learning and exploring together what you both like, you're at a different level completely physically with this other guy, as opposed to, you know, poor Mr. Patient down here who might not be as confident or whatever it is. So
yeah.
I would say go on the date.
Yeah, it's certainly sounding like you've got chemistry a bit more so initially with the first guy. Just make sure you remember, chemistry can trend upwards. Always look for trends. Things might not be perfect to begin with. It might not be all fireworks, but do you know what? Fireworks can burn out really quickly sometimes, as we've spoken about in a couple of videos. So see where it goes. Edith would be my advice. See if the trend with the chemistry continues to improve, and I think make a decision based on that. You said you can talk openly with this other guy as well, which is a good thing, but you haven't been anywhere near as complimentary on his conversations. You haven't kind of detailed that. As Jermia said, 6 weeks of sex can kind of put the rose-colored glasses on with this guy. So yeah, I definitely keep things open for now. You can openly communicate that if you're worried either guy's being misled. And see what happens. Wait and see is often the best approach. Reassess in 4 weeks. Who knows, you might find the chemistry with this guy builds and builds.
Or it might just fizzle out after the next date. You don't know until you do it though. So you're not going to lose anything by going on the date. You, as you've said, you've had great conversations with him, so you're still going to at least have a great night of good conversation with a guy that's at least a friend at the very least.
Another positive experience around the guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to end, I can't state how many times I've heard the term or some sort of paraphrasing of the saying. You know, I didn't think he'd be my type when I met him. He's not the type I would have swiped yes on Tinder to, and he turned out to be just right. So I think for Edith and you watching, you know, if the conversation's this good, take the chance, see if the chemistry grows.
Yeah.
Final question is from She Goes Boho by AMPB. I don't know what that is.
She Goes Boho.
Could be a song. I need quick advice. He pulled away and I haven't heard from him in 4 days. I feel like he may be thinking that I have given him too much attention. He's very busy with work and I also know that he has feelings for another person, so I pulled away. But here's the problem. His birthday's in a few days and I don't know if it would be correct to send him a nice message or should I just move on. I'm very confused. I haven't texted him since his last message when he said, I'm really busy right now and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm free. Jermia?
Think about what your best self would do. You know, there are times when it's not called for to kind of message a person and you would kind of just keep doing you, whatever it is, you know, you go about your daily life, you live whatever you want to do. But, you know, there are times like birthdays or special occasions, whatever it is, that you do want to be friendly and nice. And I don't think there's anything wrong at all with sending someone just a real quick, like, happy birthday, hope you have a great day message. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to paint you in a bad way or make you seem needy or anything like that if that's what you're worried about. All you need to do is just send them a quick message, and that makes you be the lovely, wonderful, kind, and empathetic kind of person that you are.
Yeah, I think that's beautifully summed up. Context matters, and it's very contextual to text someone on their birthday, and it shows that you do want what's best for that person, and that even if there's bad blood under the water, under the bridge, whatever, the greater you still rises up.
Exactly.
And still takes that action because you ultimately want what's best for that person. That might not be contextual on any other day or, you know, the last 3 days because he hasn't been investing in you, but it shows, you know, the greater person that you are.
Yeah, exactly.
When you come up on those occasions. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You get, to add in one extra point, you would get texts from your ex on your birthdays and stuff.
Yeah,
it's very
I do.
positive.
Yeah, I still get messages from exes on my birthday, and it's nice. It's not a weird thing. It's not like we're still keeping contact and now we're like kind of weirdly in love or anything. Like, it's nothing like that. It's just a nice thing to do because I've dated nice people.
Yeah, and it shows the type of people that they are.
Yeah.
And I think the ones that don't text you, it kind of shows a bit of the type of person they are as well.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for watching. That's all the questions for today. Join that Facebook group. Jermia's going to be in there answering your questions. Brett Ellis, Master Coach, will be in there as well. Hit that big red subscribe button and the little bell so you get the notifications. Don't forget to hit the like button, and we will see you next week on Ask Mark.
Sure will.
Thank you.
Bye. I'm just like a breeding ground for
bloopers. I'm a breeding ground.
Yeah, I feel like it's a virus. Like,
just invests videos that you appear on.
Yeah, like I'm just a fucking pest. Should we change shirts to make it seem like a different video?
Okay.
Let's have a race.
Okay.
Let's race back to the chest.
It's the same colour! To be fair, look at my jeans. Look what you did to my jeans.
I did not do
You
that.
did that to my jeans.
You did that to your dang self.
You did that to my jeans.
Did I put toothpaste on it? No, I did not. It's not my fault. I'm hilarious. You couldn't keep the toothpaste in your mouth. It's just like dripping. Like. Oh, that was so funny and gross.
Jermia, do you want to answer?
No.
I'm going to start one again.
I can't even remember what we're talking about.